teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. To the air right away, Mariota. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 79 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Watson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Off the play fake, Mariota. Flush to his right.
And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets your point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Fournette running wide side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Bobby Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Matthew McCrane now for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McCrane's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Play action now. Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Forced out to his left. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marcus Mariota, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then you just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Watson now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Nick Kwiatkowski coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They're gonna look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Take it at the 37.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lightning speed there from the safety Devin McCourty on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
He'll look downfield for Humphreys.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
To throw Mariota.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's got timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed. Defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So thanks to the late. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. He completes it to Boyd.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Colts have taken the lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. Interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Up the gut, Fournette. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Watson.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Colts. Adam Humphries. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, They just aren't there.
Again, it's Fournette. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Now Watson, and this one is incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watson's throw taken in by Evans here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Watson on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Quickly into the hands of Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
3 quarters in the books. Back now in Jacksonville. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times,
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a 4th down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, back to Fournette. 78 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. And he's got some space here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McClain, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got the 2-score lead. It looked low. They fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mariota on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Mariota again. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Rolling to his left.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
2nd and 11 now. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it